Yeah, tell them it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then I got episode about the part we not the same. Culture not the same, boy, I feel like Robert Dean. And just like Robert been redeemed, glory to the king. I feel like C-Micah, this music with faith in it. Put the word on 808, I'm talking great. Steph Curry with the shot, boy, I'm talking long distance. Boy, you messing with a Grizzly, you would think I played in Memphis. We be going back and forth, this like Serena playing tennis. But it's LLC's up in this thing, that means we stand it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Yeah, this the podcast, not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigned. Then I got episode about the part we not the same.
You're gonna be like,
yo, we are back. Episode 35 of season 2 of the Not the Same podcast sports show, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. We're glad, gracious, and very, very happy to be back with y'all for another Not the Same podcast sports show. Where we talk about some great sports, man. There's so much to get into. This is the greatest time of the year for sports. If you are a sports fan, even if you are a mild sports fan, you're going to find something you can like. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, college football, you know, it's everything. WNBA, you can find what you like, man. So, hey, it's a great time for that. But do us a favor, man, and do what you see on the screen right quick. If you're watching, number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to the Not the Same podcast. And lastly, hit that notification bell. If you are listening through audio or watching us, what's the name of the new place, bro?
Kingdom Now Network, bro.
Thank you, Kingdom Now. Hey, y'all charge to my head, not to my heart. Y'all
Kingdom News Network.
Kingdom News Network, man.
Yeah,
hey, if you're watching on Kingdom News Network and you're watching the recording, hey, slide on through and catch the live show, fam. If you want to be interactive like we interactive with everybody that comments on the show, you too can do that if you come and find Not the Same podcast on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter. But if you're on YouTube, go and hit that subscribe button. You know, don't play with it, and the notification bell. Lastly, if you're listening on audio stream, whether Apple Music or any other one, man, because I can't remember right now. Any of them.
Spotify, any of them.
Spotify, Amazon Music, any type of music, you know what I'm saying? Please give us a 5-star review if you enjoy what you're listening to, man. And we appreciate every one of those things happening, and appreciate anyone for doing that.
Yes, and look, shout out to our rebroadcasters. It is Kingdom Now Network. So everybody over at Kingdom Now, please do not charge it to our hearts. Charge it to our heads. Y'all know how as church people do. We just learning. We still getting it. So y'all make sure y'all get it's Kingdom Now, man. You can catch it. The rebroadcast network. Yes, Apple TV, Fire TV, Roku.
Yes.
If you got any of those things, the Not the Same podcast will be rebroadcasted on their network on those outlets. Also, shout out to our MTNV Sports famo, man. Look, we want to give them a special shout out. Hey, it's WNBA playoffs going on, NBA training camps going on. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to the 494, man. I don't hate on people that's doing great things, man. They have a lot of dope content. My girl C with Sports Talk with C. We got Red and Bold. If you a Chiefs fan, if you want to go over there and see the Red and Bold for the Chiefs fan, the main card with our homeboy, the voice. It's a lot of stuff. The V Report and Pretty Girl Loves Sports, man. A lot of things going on with our MTMV Sports famo, what they got going on. So slide over and check them out. Light Show TV, rebroadcasters, faithful rebroadcasters of the Not the Same podcast. Who's Hop? His Hop out there in Vegas. Our man Sam Stewart, Mr. His Hop himself. Podcast and radio network. We appreciate them. RYC Praise News, Orlando page. We thank you. We thank you as well for being rebroadcast of the Not the Same podcast, man. You dig what I'm saying? And Parable Radio. I'll be leaving so many people out.
Big salute.
Look, y'all know who y'all are. Thank you. And look, every week, our sneaker peekers. We appreciate y'all for sliding through. If you're new to the show, we got these people that just watch. They don't never comment. We call them sneaker peekers here on the Not the Same podcast, and we like them too. So sneak your peek tail and catch all the shows. So make sure you hit that like notification button so you know when we go, so you can sneak a peek too.
Big facts. All right, man, let's go on and get into it, get it popping. Let's see what is popping. What is popping? Let's start with the NFL latest news, Mr. Davis.
NFL latest news, man. We got these power rankings going on. Hey, look, right now, nobody saw this coming. The Minnesota Vikings are number one in the power rankings right now. And no, if you said you saw the Vikings being 4-0.
No, I gotta pause it, brother. You called it. I gotta give you your props, brother. I remember you were saying that back before the quarterback, the rookie quarterback, whatever his name is, that played for Michigan. I think Minnesota gonna be good. You said it back then. I was looking at you like
before
this
that one word got
it's
hurt.
out his mind, right?
But
like you said, nobody expected Sam Darnold to be anything but Sam Darnold. And
Right. Yeah. So they're number one. The Chiefs are number two. Not surprising. Number three are the Lions, man. They're doing their thing. Jared Goff got them boys rolling. Josh Allen and the Bills are number four. C.J. Stroud and the Texans at number five. Number six are the Ravens. I'm still trying to figure out how the Ravens keep being ranked so high up on all power rankings, and they are a 500 team. Commanders are number seven. The Bucks are number eight. Number nine are the Packers, and number 10 are your Steelers, man. They are really doing good. And there's rumor out there they trying to go for your boy Devontae. I don't know what they'll have to give up to get him, but
I think he'll end up at the Jets with Aaron Rodgers, man.
He may or may not, but he did request a trade. And Von Miller, this is kind of foolish to me. Von Miller is suspended for 4 games for some stuff that he did last year. It was some stuff where he got into some domestic violence stuff, and they're finally implementing the 4-game suspension. And I'm not sure how that worked. Why I wasn't at the beginning of the year, but yeah, they let him play a few games. They 3-1. Now they already suspended for 4 games. Go ahead, bro. What you got in the
NFL? Only thing I got to say, man, Jaden Daniels for the Washington Commanders is a problem.
He's the truth.
He's a problem. He got them 3-1 right now. You know what I'm saying? Man. Who expected that? He is very, very good. He's very, very good quarterback, and everybody thought that he would be okay, but this man got a lot of games in college, which means he has a lot of experience, although he looks very young. He is doing some very good stuff, and the Commanders ain't been good for a long time. Last time they was good, they was called Redskins. No offense, you know what I'm saying? But that's when they was good. When they last was good, they ain't never been good as Commanders. So, man, that has really impressed me this week. We ain't on impress, depress, but that's all I got for the NFL, bro. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Starting with college football, we're going to do the top. Listen, man, Roll Tide. I got to give them boys. Hey, if y'all did not see instant classic between Georgia and Alabama last Saturday night, let me tell y'all something. This game was everything that you can think of for going for number one. So Alabama is now number one in the country. Number two is Texas, who the Manning brothers, the Manning family, period, just got quarterback in their DNA. From RT to Peyton to Eli to little nephew here. Like, the only one that don't have quarterback in the DNA is the brother, and he's smart and successful in something else.
Cooper, whatever his name is.
I don't know what the one-word name is, but guess what? They nephew got it. Ohio State, number 3. Number 4, Tennessee. Number 5 is Georgia. They dropped from number 2 to number 5. Oregon, number 6. Number 7, Penn State. Miami at number 8. Number 9, Mizzou. They are constantly going at it. And I think they play the number 23 team, the number 23 team in the nation this week. So we'll see what's happening with Mizzou. And Michigan has finally crept back up into the top 10. Shout out to that head coach because he had those sanctions going up against him. He's coming up back behind Jim Harbaugh. They didn't start off that well, and now they're starting to, get his system implemented in that thing, and it's starting to look good for him. Real talk.
Georgia lost that game, but salute to them for fighting. Because they was getting mud stomped. They was getting skull drugged at first, and they came all the way back and made that a game. But Alabama is still good. They got a new coach. I believe his name Caleb DeBoer. He used to be the coach of Washington State last year. And he got Washington State to the finals, the championship last year.
Yes, he did.
Everybody thought, man, they're going to fall off soon as Nick Saban leaves. Look, this is a good coach, too. This dude won everywhere. And Alabama gets talent, obviously. And they still got talent. But, you know what I'm saying? That was a great game. What's that, bro?
And they could pay their people on top of the NIL deals.
Of course. As they should. They should be paid. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are employees. They make money off their back. They've been making money off their backs for eons, not just years. Almost 100 years. You know what I'm saying?
Plus 100,000 plus was at that game, bro.
Yes.
100,000.
Look how much money is
bro,
that,
bro.
That
is ridiculous.
That's just think of ticket sales and concessions.
That's
no
over
$1 million.
300.
You know what I'm saying? That's over $1 million easy. Let's not go with merch and stuff they selling up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. They got paid. They got
Big
paid,
time.
bro.
Big
Yeah.
time.
Before we go to NBA news, we're gonna dip the ladies first. We're gonna go ahead
Yes,
and do
sir.
that
Ladies
WNBA
first.
news, man. Look, WNBA playoffs semifinals, man. Liberty lead the Aces 2-0. And I watched this game last night, and I'm gonna let y'all
Yeah, me
know
too.
Not the Liberty. Aces aren't deep. It's like if
No.
Asia Wilson is off, it's like they can't. If her and Kelsey Plum are not on their A game, then it's like there's nobody else there. That, at least in this series, this is how it's been looking. Asia
Right.
Wilson had two wide open layups toward the end of that game, and she blew both of them. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
She hit. If you look at the scores down low, I think they lost by 2 points. I think
Mm-hmm.
no 4 points. But
Mm-hmm.
Asia, I don't know what happened at the end. She did hit the jumper at the end, but Sabrina Ionescu was a beast, bro. She did her
Yes.
thing last night.
Yes.
She did her thing. But Liberty lead that series 2-0. The Sun are now tied with the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx have
Mm-hmm.
been my dark horse. I'm not going to say dark horse. They've been my pick all season long to possibly win this championship because I said it and it happened. I said their head coach should be coach of the year this year. And Cheryl Reeve was not only named the coach of the year for the Lynx, she was also named executive of the year. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Nafisa Collier was named defensive player of the year as well. They also came out with the WNBA all defensive first team. You had
Mm-hmm.
Dejanay Carrington, Easy, Bugor, I believe that's her name. She played for the Storm.
Yeah.
Aces Aja Wilson, of course. Nafisa Collier, she also on that first team, which makes sense. She got Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
Liberty Breonna Stewart was on there. Second team,
Yeah.
Alyssa Thomas from my girl C team, the Sun. Lynx, Alana Smith. Storm, Nika Agumake. We
Yep.
all know who she is. Liberty's
Yep.
Jaquel Jones. And the Mercury, Natasha Cloud. Those were the ones who got all second WNBA team. And that's all the news I have. They play again on Friday
Right.
night, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Will the Aces get swept? It's hard to three-peat. The last team in any sport to three-peat is
Mm-hmm.
Kobe and Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
What happened to Asia Wilson was Breonna Stewart and Jonquel Jones. They did not
No
let her
doubt.
breathe.
They did
was
not let
on
her breathe, bro.
And Jonquel Jones is a big, like, in sports,
yes.
a big man. She's a big woman, but she's big.
Yeah, man.
She's a big. And Breonna Stewart, she's not as good as Asia, but she's very talented as well. Remember, she won MVP the year before last, I believe. She's,
Yeah.
so she's just as good. And Sabrina, like you said, man, she went to another level last night. You know
She
what I'm saying?
did.
Remember,
Flawless
she's the one player in the
jumpers.
WNBA who was stamped by Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She has a shoe
Yeah.
right now. She's on her second shoe right now. Men wear her shoes. Oh, she's
Yeah.
a problem. And,
Yeah.
she's had a lot of injuries, and we kind of forget about how good she was. This is like Caitlin Clark with some girth, a little strength to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And more experience, man. So, yeah, that's a very good series, man. I enjoyed that game last night. And she iced it at the free throw line for real.
Oh,
Sorry,
she did. She did. She missed that one, but then she came back and she clutched it. So
Yeah, Lil Mama's like 90% from the line. That's ridiculous.
yeah. It was no wonder why her and Steph was shooting against each other at the
Exactly.
All-Star game.
Exactly. All right, man. I'm gonna take over for the NBA news,
Yes, sir.
man. First and foremost, man, we want to give honor and respect to the legend, Hall of Famer, in my opinion, Dikembe Mutombo. He passed at 58 years old from brain cancer. Yes, too young in my opinion, man. I know a lot of people are dying, man. I didn't even know he had brain cancer, so that's sad to see. But hope for the best. I want to say this about him. One thing about Dikembe, man, that was awesome. He took all his earnings after he passed. After he retired, and he put money into Africa where he was from. Where he was from didn't have hospitals. And what made him, I heard about this the other day. The reason he was so motivated to put hospitals in the area was because his mother died and didn't have a hospital to go to. That's why she died. So that's why he got invested in doing hospitals and putting money into that community, man. So big salute to him. I heard he had a great heart and a great personality. And, man, he will be remembered. He will be remembered, man. I mean, even if you young and didn't watch him play, man, them Geico commercials let you know who that boy was. He was blocking everything, and it was funny. But they say he had a great attitude, man. So rest in peace to Dikembe Mutombo. Next biggest thing in the NBA going on right now, Karl Anthony Towns was traded to the New York Knicks for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. White Dante, the only White Dante I ever heard of, but he's Italian. Salute to White Dante, because Dante got swag, man. That was a crazy trade. We'll talk about it more later in the show, but just as for news section of this show, that was a big trade, man. Right before training camp. Boy, they happened Friday, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was It came out Friday. I think it was consummated over the weekend. Also, there's two picks going to the Hornets to make this trade happen. Let me put that in just for
you know sake. The 3-team. You know how that go.
Yeah, they just doing it to make it happen. All right, a couple of injury news things right quick. Training camp has opened. If you have not known, it started last week, but now everybody is in training camp, or everybody did their media days on yesterday and over the weekend, and now training camp is active for all the teams. Luka got hurt already in training camp. He has a camp. He left camp with a sprained calf. Now, I think he'd be all right. Also, for my team, Jaren Jackson Jr. got hurt with a strained hamstring. You know what both of those injuries are? Getting in shape injuries. That's what those are. You pull your hamstring, you got a strained calf because you weren't all the way in shape. Your butt should have been in shape. And that is what's happening. Or it could have been trumped up injuries where they say, well, I don't even want you to play preseason. Sit your butt down. We don't know. I don't know, but I hate that happened, man. But I think both of them going to be just fine. Luka going to play anyway. You know, he run that team.
Yeah,
Triple J ain't really like that, but they'll let him play. Another big thing in NBA, man, the Clippers opened up a brand new stadium this season, starting this season, and that joint is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I want to salute the Clippers for this. Standing on your own 10 right now. Because for years, they was like the baby brothers of the Lakers. Didn't have their own arena. You know, they had to take all the banners down in the middle of the game, and then, you know, take all that stuff down. So, okay, now this is the Clippers arena. And the Clippers fans are like the more hardworking, normal people. Lakers fans is movie stars in BBL City, Plastic Surgery City. That's what you get for the Lakers fans. But for the Clippers fans, it's the hard workers that stay on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? So, big salute to the Clippers for that. I don't think they about to win nothing because Kawhi is hurt again, too. I forgot to say that. He's another one already injured. They ain't played a game yet. Jesus.
All he did was just spin on the thing for media day.
That boy got up and said, oh, my knee. Weak knee, mug. But, all right, man. A couple of more things and I'll wrap it up on the NBA. ESPN has parted ways with famous writer Zach Lowe. If you listen to the podcast, he had this podcast called The Lowe Report. Zach Lowe used to always be on NBA Today as well. I think that is trash. NBA just got this big deal. I mean, not NBA. ESPN just got this big partnership to run the NBA games. Basically, they were going to be like the exclusive partner, TNT level partner for the NBA when they got rid of TNT, and they could bring it on NBC as well as Peacock and Amazon, right? And he's the most famous guy, and they just got rid of him. I heard he was making 7 figures. So, I guess he's making too much money. But this is the problem. NBA, it was always ESPN. We had great personalities and no games. Now we got great games and no personalities. All they got is Stephen A. Smith and I forgot the dude come on in the middle of the day, Pat McAfee, but he's not a basketball guy. And your best basketball guy, they just got rid of, man. I just don't seem smart to me.
After losing Woj.
Thank you, Hagan. I was going to say that too. And Woj retired. I was going to say that Rose retired a week and a half ago. He is now the general manager for his alma mater, the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. So, you know, I still get Woj bombs and it got to do with St. Bonaventure. I got to unfollow that dude because it looked the same. I'm like, what happened? This man ain't talking sports no more. So that gave, I'm trying to wrap this up, bro, and it gives great room for Shams to come in. That's dope because Sean Shamrani probably will end up on ESPN at some point. Last thing, NBA preseason starts this Friday with 2 games, Celtics versus the Nuggets and the Wolves versus the Lakers.
That's in Dubai, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the Dubai. Well,
that's why they had their training camp early because they're going to be over in Dubai.
Right. We can't disrespect. MLB started the playoffs. The wild card is up and going. In the American League right now, the Tigers lead the Astros. The winner will face the Guardians. Royals beat the Orioles. The winners will face the Yankees. Mets are leading 1-0 against the Brewers. Winners will face the Phillies and the Braves. I think the Padres beat the Braves, and the winners will face the Dodgers. So that's it for your MLB wild card. Ain't no Cardinal news in there, so you know, maybe next year.
Well, Cardinals, I did hear that they're gonna get a new general manager. He's not starting yet. I think that Mozeliak is going to be general manager for one more year, but they got a new guy. But yeah, They need to fire all these folks for real, in my opinion, dog. I ain't when you front.
Bro, it's a historic franchise, second
Yeah,
most
man.
championships in MLB history. So they can have a couple of down seasons. It's
They
just not
can.
acceptable.
All right, man. Let's get into our soapbox segment.
Soapbox.
Thinking.
All right, this is our soapbox segment when me and Rob go off for 2 minutes on whatever's on our mind. My brother Rob normally goes off on sports topics. I normally go off on literally whatever on my mind. You have a timer that looks like that, and when it's over, you have a buzzer that sounds a little bit like my buzzer go. It sounds like Now there it is. It sounds a little bit something like this. Thank you, D. I forgot to say that.
We'll mention it later. That's why I didn't say
Go
nothing.
ahead, bro. But yeah, go ahead, bro. As tradition, that threw me off because I did want to say that. As tradition, I always let my brother Rob go first. My brother, is you ready? Somehow.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Hey, check this out, man. I'm reading D things and all these comments, and it totally threw me off because I have my soapbox ready. We might have to do a restart for this one, bro.
Okay, I restarted.
We've never done it before. But hold on, let me get my wits about myself because I'm thinking we are gonna bring up Pete Rose a little later in the show. So we didn't forget about him, D. I forgot you're an MLB fan. Now I'm trying to remember what my freaking soapbox was. Go ahead, bro. I think I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right, so for everybody who has a fantasy football team, then you are feeling my pain right now because I'm telling you, these folks are falling off on the injured reserve. And I know it's fantasy, but folks are going down left and right like the old Raid commercials with the roaches. Remember that Raid? That's the injuries that's popping across all of the NFL. I'm talking about the backup to the backup getting hurt. Cooper Kupp still out. You have Deebo Samuel still out. McCaffrey, we don't know when he's coming back. The Kansas City Chiefs, they keep having injuries. The bottom line is this. It's leaving the door open for the folks who are healthy and all of these big-time teams that we thought was just getting ready to run through it. The Chiefs, yes, they are undefeated, but guess what? They have a lot of injuries that they're going to have to overcome in these upcoming weeks. So when you look at the teams like the Buffalo Bills, when you start looking at the Ravens, these are healthy teams that don't have these injuries that some of these other guys. The Bengals, they'll be able to pop back up. The Broncos, they have a chance. The Steelers have a chance because these injuries are coming in and it's messing things up. Now, the point that I'm saying is I am 1-3 in fantasy football this year to the point where I don't even want to play no more. I had to pick up a dude that I didn't even know this one word was in the league. I had to pick him up. You dig what I mean? Then I have two quarterbacks on the bye week on the same week because there was no other quarterbacks and had to go pick up Geno Smith and drop a one word that ain't got me no points all week long or all year long. So if you play fantasy football, you feel my pain. Because if you stacked up with all the top name people, there are more words on the bench right now. And we stuck with these mediocre players not having a clue what's going to happen, especially when you got a backup quarterback and you think he going to play the main guy and he ain't throwing to him, i.e. Tyreek Hill. This one word ain't done nothing for me except for week 1, and we in week 5. My point is, good luck. I don't believe in luck, but for this fantasy football, good luck to y'all in the fantasy football world this year with all these dang injuries. Golly.
All right. My soapbox is this. It just came to me. Listen, man, have you ever been to I used to work at a gas station when I was in college. You know, I worked at a gas station, man, and it's an interesting thing. I worked the third shift. You saw all kind of people, man. Most people were nice. Either they were drunk, they trying to get some beer or something, but whatever, they didn't bother you. I had a couple of run-ins with some fools that tried to talk crazy, but it was cool. But I thought about this today. I saw this somewhere. I was paying for something, and it's something that some people do. And I used to think it was just white people that do this, but it's not just white people. It's black people. It's something that I think is incredibly disrespectful. And when you see somebody doing it, if you're one of these people, stop doing this. When you pay for something and the teller or the attendant have their hand out and they throw it on the ground or they throw it on the table or whatever like that. One word. You don't throw that like it's so, to me it's so disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? And like I see people like, you know, somebody that is working, they trying to do their job and they holding their hand out and they counting out the ones, They putting the change, they put it all on the table and just slide it there and just stand up there and look, like this, like, grab my money. Man, who is you, dog? You know what I'm saying? You see my hand sticking out there. I ain't worked in front of a desk and took money in years. But I just saw it today, and I instantly got aggravated for the woman. I just looked at her. I said, I feel your pain, little mama. I feel your pain. And I hate it so much, man, because it is just so incredibly disrespectful. If you are one that do that, that's not cool, fam. It is disrespectful. Put the money in their hand. If they're sticking their hand out, they're not want to give you 5. They want the money. Give them the money that you're paying for whatever you buying, whatever good it is, whatever. Stop throwing it on the table and like they got to be a little trick and go grab the money or something. You treating them basically like they some food prostitutes or something. Come get your money and throw your money over there. Go over there and dance and do something. What is you doing, dog? Like, it's so disrespectful, bro. So disrespectful. Brother, like, you got some comments on that. Go ahead, bro.
Oh boy, it boy, to no end. Boy, highest degree of festivity right there.
I hate it so much, man. Let's get into our debate segment. Ooh, Lord, help us. Help us, Jesus. It's so aggravating. All right, this is our debate feud segment where me and Rob go back and forth. Oh, go ahead, bro. What?
No, with that, so I came out of uniform and we got to check tickets back in the day, and they hand you the ticket.
Yeah,
there was so many passengers that'll walk up and throw their boarding pass on my counter.
Yeah,
I'd be like, next.
You have to respect me, dog. You ain't gonna disrespect me like that, bro.
Man, you know how many people complain because I hit a next on them in the heart. I look down,
right.
Next. Get my pick it up and hand it to me. Then they did.
Right. Yeah, man, I always messed up. All right, man. This is our debate feud. Yeah, help us, Lord. Help us both. This is our debate feud segment where me and Rob go back and forth over particular subjects for 5 minutes. We have a timer that looks like this. When it's over, we have a buzzer that sounds like this. First subject for tonight is this right here. We do this every week. NFL impress, depress. Brother, who are you impressed with in the AFC?
Hey, man, the Chiefs. They undefeated, bro, and I'm impressed. They came back and beat the Chargers. I mean, they 4-0 in their division. They lead their division, the AFC West. The Chiefs.
Gotta say the Chiefs, man. I'm gonna say, AFC. The Bills got a bad, ugly loss, but I'm still gonna say the Bills. You know what I'm saying? They had a terrible loss and they looked terrible, but things happen. I'm still impressed by the Bills, bro. That's what I'm gonna say in the AFC.
All right.
Depressed in the AFC, bro.
Dolphins. I don't know what they doing. They dorsal fin been cut, brother. They are Flipper is no longer flipping.
That's the dorsal fin. Flipper has flipped out.
Yes, I don't know what's going on, bro. For all of y'all that thought Tua wasn't a good quarterback, this shows y'all he is an excellent quarterback because right now they're 1-3 at the bottom of their freaking division in that AFC East. He gave the Bills as its impress, and he's at the bottom of the same division. This my depress or the Dolphins, bro.
My depress is the Jacksonville Jaguars. You have not won a game. You have a number 1 first-round draft pick, Trevor Lawrence. You're not devoid of talent. You're just losing. And you have a habit of losing. They have not lost in this calendar year. I mean, they have not won in this calendar year. Period. Yeah. They ain't won nothing. Going back into last season, they are purity trash, dog. They are trash. All right, impressed in the NFC, bro.
The NFC East leading Washington Commanders. They 3-1. I am impressed with them because I did not see this coming. Yeah. And they're another team. Jaden Daniels, and they're another team that's on Devontae Adams' wish list. The Commanders are. It may be a stretch. I don't know what they got to give up, but these boys, they're on the 3-game winning streak. They 1-0 at home. They 2-1 on the road. That means they get ready to get a lot of home games and a lot of home cooking coming.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with. I can't go with nobody else but the Minnesota Vikings, man. 4-0, and they don't look like no accidents. These dudes is winning. Sam Darnold looks like a very, very good quarterback. He don't look like he's just hot right now. No, he just looks good. Justin Jefferson is ridiculous as a wide receiver, man. They just a very good team, man. And who saw it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't. Rob kind of seen it, but he was thinking about the rookie. He's thinking about the rookie quarterback. All right,
Yeah.
NFC D press, bro.
D press are the Rams, bro. They 1-3 and they just can't get it. They can't get right, bro. Rams.
I'm gonna say the Eagles, man. I'm sorry, Higgins, man, but they 500 team, but they have not looked good at all. They have not looked good in not many of those games, man. And I don't know,
They got a
Jalen
bye week
Hurts.
this week.
Yeah, they need it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some chemistry issues or whatever, man. But they just don't look as good as what I thought they was gonna look. I thought this was gonna really be a bounce back. And look, it's early in the season. It's very early. It's only been 4 games. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really loving that, bro.
Yeah, I thought Saquon Barkley, it looked like at the beginning of the season he was going to be the truth. Now it looked like Derrick Henry is now picking up and Saquon is now falling out.
I was
So
just
this
talking
early
about. I was
bye.
about to talk
Go
about
ahead.
the Ravens. Go ahead, bro. No, you get it.
No, this early buy is, I think, will do them some justice.
Yeah, I really think the Ravens have picked it up, man. Last week they looked very, very good. Opening
They
play,
did.
90-something yards, man. Derrick Henry straight to the house, dog. First play. You know what I'm saying? And they was running the ball. They was making it very, very hard for the team that were playing. And they looked very balanced, man. I was waiting for them to do what they normally do, which is choke. I'm sorry if you're a Ravens fan, but they got a habit of choking. But not last week, bro. They was
No,
playing
last
real
week they
good.
did their thing, and guess who they did their thing against? They did
Who was it?
against the Bills.
I know.
They made the Bills look mediocre last week.
And the Bills are a very good team in my opinion. I was impressed with them, even though they got curb stomped. D says the Arizona Cardinals. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I could see that because my man Kyler Murray ain't. I don't know what's going on. I thought them getting Marvin Harrison Jr. was gonna be he would be front runner for rookie of the year. Yeah, so
He
far
don't
it looks
pass
like
it
I
to
was
him
wrong.
enough. You know what I'm saying?
he
He's
don't.
not using them enough, man. So that's
He don't.
goofy, man. All right, man. Let's get into one of our favorite or not favorite parts of the show. NFL Week 4 pick'ems and last week's results. Mr. Davis.
Yes, sir.
How did we do?
Last week, C went 6-10. Last week, his overall now is 32-30. If you don't know what we're talking about, we got a little wager going on between my brother and I, bragging rights on who can pick the best teams throughout the course of this season. Right now, C has a 32-30 record overall. He went 6-10 last week. Last week, I went 7-9, which brought my total to 29-33 on the picks. So he's still leading me barely, but he's still leading. And yeah, we'll get to him now, man. So we'll get these pick'ems off before we get to our other topics. Starting with our Thursday night football game this week, the Bucks versus the Falcons. Who you got, man?
Get Buck.
Yeah. We both going with the Bucks.
Yeah.
All right. Jets versus Vikings, bro.
No, I'm sorry, Vikings.
We both going with the Vikings. I can't.
Got to.
Yeah. Panthers, Bears.
I'm with D. Bears.
All right, I'm going Panthers. Sorry, D. I'm going Panthers. I got to put this in there now. Panthers, Browns, Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah, we both going Commanders.
Yep.
Dolphins, Patriots.
I'm gonna say Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Dolphins, man. I think they'll
Rivalry
put it
game.
together. Patriots they came out hot, but now they went back to reality. So.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man. So C going Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Patriots on this because until they show me otherwise, yeah. Colts, Jags.
Colts.
Yeah. I think the Jags get their first win in the calendar year on this one, man. C going Colts, I'm going Jags. Bills, Texans, good game, brother.
Texans.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go. Hold on. Let me. I got to see what they playing at. That'll determine. That's gonna determine for me who gonna do what. And they had Texans, yeah. I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm.
D agrees with you.
Hey, so Ravens, Bengals, brother.
Ravens.
Yeah, both Ravens.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens are striving. They in their stride right now. Raiders,
Yep.
Broncos.
Gotta go Broncos. They trying to
Yeah,
trade Devontae. You know what I'm saying?
and they saying he might not play this weekend. Both going with Broncos. Cardinals, 49ers.
49ers.
Yeah, we
Even
both
though they
going
injured.
49ers.
Yeah.
Giants, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
We both going Seahawks. I already
Yeah.
typed it. Packers, Rams.
Packers.
Both Packers. I already typed it. Cowboys, Steelers.
I'm still nation, brother.
Both Steelers.
Black and yellow. You know what I'm saying?
And Saints, Chiefs, man.
Oh, Chiefs.
I'm going Saints on this one.
Okay. Saints good. Surprise.
Yeah.
Great offense.
C going Chiefs, and then I'm gonna go Saints. So all right, yeah, that's the pick'ems, and we'll see what we got. Again, right now the overall record is 29-33 for me, 32-30. I'm right behind this one word.
Yeah.
For C overall. Let's see here. This week we did a lot of both, but we'll see what happens here, man. We'll see what happens.
We will. All right, man. Moving on to the next subject. What team could Davante Adams go to that would make them an instant contender? What team could Davante Adams go to that would make them an instant contender? Mr. Davis.
All right, so that everybody's in the know on the teams that's in the talks for Davante Adams, it's the Jets, Steelers, Commanders, Bills, Cowboys. Other possibilities are the Ravens, Chiefs, and Chargers. A little tidbit on this one. If they can get rid of him before the trade deadline, they will save themselves a couple of mil if they can get rid of him, because some of his stuff is not guaranteed. I don't have all the contract stipulations and all the fine print, but the top 5 teams, Jets, Steelers, Commanders, Bills, and Cowboys. What team could he make an instant contender? In my opinion, if the Ravens get this boy, they're winning the championship, because those are other possibilities. If the Chiefs get him, they're going to win another championship. Now,
if the Chiefs don't get him, they're going to win another championship.
But out of the team, no, you're right. Out of the teams that, I think if he goes to the Bills or the Commanders, that will make them instant, because Commanders are already doing their thing. You get that young boy Daniels a weapon like that, hey, it's going to be a wrap. Or if you give Josh Allen a weapon like that, what you guys see?
I'm going to say the Ravens. I got to agree with the Ravens. That's instant championship if they end up at the Ravens. But I think he'll be. I think where he's gonna go is the Jets. But I think the greatest thing, or the greatest place for him to go, should be the Ravens, in my opinion. Because, like you say, instant championship, they're going to have 2 people on both sides that it cannot be stopped. They got 2 runners in the middle, basically, because they basically got 2 running backs. Because you got Big Henry, and you also got Lamar, who is basically a running back with an arm. You know what I'm saying? They would be ridiculous, But I think he's going to go. I think he trusts Aaron Rodgers. I think him and Aaron are already talking. I bet it's like a done deal.
Yeah, Jerry, if Jerry can get him, CD Lamb and man, that'll be, brother, that may be dangerous. But realistically speaking, it'll probably be the best. What do you say?
Said give Fields for my Steelers. He said give Fields a number 1 and he gonna take off. I'm not mad at that. Mad at that.
They're front runners. They're front runners. Now again, I'm gonna tell y'all, the front running teams are the Jets, Steelers, Commanders, Bills, and Cowboys. Other possibilities, the wish list is Ravens, Chiefs, and Chargers. I don't think he's going to get to the Ravens or the Chiefs. They will do any and everything they possibly can. This is the reason why I can see the Raiders. They definitely, come on now. Chiefs, y'all can hang it up. Raiders ain't giving y'all nothing. That's a rivalry thing. Jets, I think y'all can hang it up. Why? Because it's still the AFC. If they want to punish this one word, even with the Steelers, if you want to punish them, you're going to send them to the Commanders or the Cowboys. Now, he may get over to the Jets. I don't know. But if you want to get him out your way where you only see him maybe once, if that, this year, then you send him to the Commanders or the Cowboys.
Yeah. I think Yeah, Jerry got the bag. Jerry got the money, but Jerry would not spend the money. That's the problem with Jerry.
Jerry stingy in the mug.
He's stingy as a mug. They worth $10 billion. He don't want to spend nothing, man. He talking about he want to win a chip. He don't want to win a chip for real.
He just want to be relevant. All he's really about is being relevant.
He's winning. He's winning in what he want to win in. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the most marketable team that exists, man. But he ain't trying to win for real.
Yeah, I'll say this. If he goes to Aaron Rodgers, I think that'll give Aaron another weapon, and Aaron will know what to do with him because he got the young receivers, and you bring them in there. Now the question becomes also, what Adams are you going to get? Are you going to get the prima donna Adams, or are you going to get a hungry Adams that's going to come in and actually be ready to prove something because he's out of purgatory? What they know it is known as the Raiders for him. That's his purgatory right now.
Oh,
and so you dig what I'm saying? So
Yes.
Derek Carr gone. It's nothing going on for you right now. So he wants out of there. The question would be where. And now that Hagan said something, the Steelers may be a good fit because Justin Fields is actually a good quarterback.
Oh, he is.
He's actually a good quarterback. And you give him that type of a weapon, Russ, you might as well just hold the clipboard, my guy. You're going to be looking like Bledsoe did with Brady when Brady finally came in. Bledsoe got hurt, and we don't bled who?
Get on up out of there, dog. Go on and go somewhere else because it's over.
Right.
All right, next subject. What are we moving to? All right, thoughts on the Knicks-Wolves trade. And if you didn't hear earlier, the Knicks traded Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns. One Karl Anthony Towns. Our thoughts on this?
I don't think the T-Wolves got sham like people think. I think a lot of people fail to realize Julius Randle, before he went down, is a big part of why the Knicks were as good as they were. It wasn't just about Brunson. This is the reason why they couldn't win in the playoffs because Julius was gone. And your boy OG Anunoby, he went down. So Julius Randle, every time he's overlooked, he goes to the next location and act a plumb fool and plays until injury gets him. The Lakers played him. They traded him away to the Pelicans. He played his heart out with the Pelicans. Then the Pelicans traded him away to the Knicks, and he was playing it was the 1-2 punch, and I think everybody forgets it because my man got hurt. So you put him with Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo, and remember this, Julius can play the 2 now. He doesn't have to play the 1. Why? Because they got Gobert. I mean, not
Julius
the 2,
Randle?
the 4. No,
I'm about to say the
4.
2.
I'm sorry, because Gobert is already playing the 5. I'm thinking from center on down. Gobert is playing the 5. He can actually play his position at power forward and stretch the floor a little bit and not be in the way. I think it can be a good thing.
Okay, I'm going to counter it. I think it was an awful trade for Minnesota. Here's why. This is why I say that, and this is our debate feud. This is why I say it's an awful trade for Minnesota. I like Randle, but Randle is an isolation scorer. You already have an isolation scorer. You already have your superstar, which is Anthony Edwards. He is the one isolation scorer. They cannot stop him to pull up jumper all day, wet, like all day long, right? But Cat was in the perfect position being fine with being the number 2. He was not a bigger dog than Anthony Edwards. I think where the problem is that when they give the ball to Randle, it's like when you threw the ball to Zebo. Boom, 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 boom. It takes too long to set up his move. He's not a catch and shoot guy to keep the ball moving and all that, and I think that could be a problem. But he's also very good. He's also malleable. He can change. He becomes something different. He was ready to go. I saw a video with his wife talking about, man, I was so sick and tired of staying in an apartment in New York because the rent was so high we couldn't even get a house. You know what I'm saying? He said, and she was talking about, I love Minnesota. It's beautiful because they probably in a 2-bedroom apartment, and you know, up in New York, that costs a lot of bread. But so maybe with a new lease on life, him being happy for getting traded, he may play differently. But I'm just saying from his previous styles of playing, it doesn't seem like an ideal fit. And I think Timberwolves did this for money purposes. Cat makes a lot of money, and in the future, more money needs to go to the main man instead of him. But but to me, they had a historic run last year. They were gelling. I don't think it was time to blow up. That's the reason I don't think it's so great. Should at least gave it one more year, see what happens. Because I think they kind of, I ain't going to say they nuked their season. They're going to definitely be a playoff team. but I don't have the ceiling as high anymore because, listen, Randall is good. Cat is talent-wise, is just as talented as Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards have the mindset, the killer in him. Cat ain't got no killer. You know, we in Minnesota now. You know, he's soft guy. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, he played his role well with them. But another way it could work, Nas Reed does a lot of what Cat does. You know what I'm saying? But he's much more tougher. So there's ways
no
it could
doubt.
work. Go ahead, bro.
Now, with all that being said and what I said about Minnesota, New York is stacked, my guy.
Boy, they are awesome.
When you get done talking, they got Precious Atua who will be coming back. They got Bridges who just came over. Cat came over. OG Anunoby. You got Brunson. They stacked. They have a bench. They are ready to go hard. They have they lost DiVincenzo, but they also just picked up what's the journeyman Warren, TJ Warren. They just picked up TJ Warren, and y'all can sleep on TJ Warren all you want to. My man has a jumper. He's mid-range to 3-point, and he's wet as well. You dig what I'm saying? So stop it. When it's all said and done,
I just like
they are ready to go.
Saying, bro.
Hey, they just ready to go, bro.
Yeah, man. So listen, Rob, I think Rob approves of this trade. What if you gave it a grade? What would you give it?
For the Knicks, I give it an A. For the Timberwolves, I actually give it a B minus.
Yeah, for the Knicks, I give it an A plus. For Timberwolves, I give it like a D, in my opinion. Well, I ain't gonna say D. I say C. Average trade. They had to do it. It makes sense for the money. I just think Cat is much better than Julius Randle. Either Julius Randle is an all-star and he's not trash. I'm not saying
you don't think DiVincenzo is going to do anything.
Yes, because the best DiVincenzo ever played was at Villanova in New York.
Yeah, I think they should have left the Villanova boys together. Honestly, I was excited. I was excited to see that.
Yeah. All right, man. Next subject.
Slow down.
Who has the best chance to come out the East? We're talking about the Eastern Conference of the NBA. Who has the best chance to come out of the East?
In no particular order, this is what I got on paper right now. 76ers, Knicks, Celtics, Cavs, Heat. No particular order. And on paper right now, the Knicks. I hear what Hagen's saying about they got to win it all before you can believe in them. That's any team.
Of course.
But on paper right now, I don't see anybody outside of finding out Embiid lost 25 to 30 pounds and trying to lose more.
Yeah.
76ers and Knicks right now, in my opinion, are the teams in the East if they can stay healthy. I know the Celtics won last year, but I felt like the Celtics got it because everybody was injured. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. They got it. They won it. Don't get me wrong. They did their thing.
Yeah.
But who did they face? It was all opportunists. I mean, it was all opportunity, and they seized the opportunity and they ran through everybody because everybody was hurt. Embiid hurt. Knicks, they lost Julius Randle, and everybody started falling apart. Like everybody that they played was hurt. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with I say first and foremost, I'm gonna go with the Knicks. Knicks are too stacked. You know what I'm saying? If they gel with Thibodeau coaching, he gonna make all of them play defense. If they gel, that's gonna be a tough team to beat, bro. Behind them, I don't have feeling, man. I love Embiid, but I think they got a whole team of dudes with Kool-Aid hearts. That's a whole Kool-Aid heart team, all Kool-Aid. All Kool-Aid team. You know what I'm saying? Except for Maxey. So you got one G and a bunch of Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of Kool-Aid man busting through the wall. That's all we got right there for the 76ers. A bunch of yeahs. You know what I'm saying? Well, they ain't winning nothing. You know what I'm saying? But dark horse in the East. My dark horse in the East. I got to go with the Bucks, man. I'm going to go with the Bucks. And this is why I say the Bucks. Just because Dame was bad last year, here's why. You can understand this. I don't understand it, but you've been through this. My man was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
While he was over there, he didn't have his family.
Media divorce.
Yeah, he had a public divorce. He didn't have his family. He wasn't around his kids all year, and he was in a new city. He said he was bored. He was overweight. You never known Damian Lillard to be overweight. Listen, he's a small point guard. What does Damian Lillard do normally in the offseason? If you ever watch anything about basketball, he boxes. Ain't a lot of fat boxers around here. You know, there are a few, but a lot of, man, if you boxing, that means his upper body is strong. That's how he can pull so deep. And he didn't do none of that last year because my man was going through a divorce. He happy now. He back in the gym. He back boxing. You know what I'm saying? Giannis is gonna be the exact Giannis he is. Now what will matter about the Bucks is the ulterior players or the players on the side. Chris Middleton gonna get hurt. It's just inevitable. My man always get hurt. Yeah, right. He's always gonna get hurt. But my big man, what's the big man name for them? You
got one of the Brooks.
Yeah. So the good Brooks.
Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez. The Brook Lopez. The good Lopez. You got the good Lopez. You got Dame, and you got Giannis. That's enough to win.
You also got I can't think of my other dude named tall dark skinned cat. He
oh yeah, Crazy Eyes.
Yeah. I can't think.
I know you're talking about Crazy Eyes. Buckeye dude. Yeah.
I want to give him his respect.
What's his name?
I'm looking for him, bro.
Probably.
I don't know what the one word name is, but
he played for Arkansas.
Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis played for Arkansas in college. Yeah, so Bobby Portis. Yeah. I think they got a very good team. And listen, they're gonna be hungry. That's why I say that's my dark horse out the East, bro.
Yeah, Higgins. Everybody know I'm a true Miami Heat fan, but I'm a realist. I'm a realist. And when I say this, is I don't know who on our squad. Duncan Robinson one year he hot. Tyler Hero 1 minute he hot. You know, and Valquez, I don't know what he gonna do, and I understand Butler can't do it. Butler and Bam can't do it all by themselves.
No, they
and can't. I don't know, bro. I don't know. We will be in the playoffs, and it won't be the play-in. I can promise you that, unless injury hit us.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna do these last couple of questions. I didn't even type them up, but one. Hall of Famer Pete Rose died recently. I think it was 2 days ago. He passed. I don't know what he passed of, but it was a quick passing.
Yeah, he was 80+ years old, man.
I mean, that's it. But here's the question. Do you think now that he has passed, he had a lifetime ban on him for gambling on baseball while he was a manager? He gambled for his team, not against his team, but he gambled on baseball while he was a manager. The question is, I'll type it up in a minute after I ask it. The question is, should he be able to be in the Hall of Fame now that he has passed? Mr. Davis, what do you think?
Yes.
Change this question.
Yes, he should. It should have been lifted a long time ago, but the key word was lifetime ban. My man gone. So now you can go ahead and let him, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't discredit what he did as a player. As a manager, what he did was trash. I get it. But as a player, Pete Rose was not a slouch. He actually was a good baseball player, an excellent baseball player. As a matter of fact, that's why he ended up with that's why he ended up as a manager. You're not becoming a manager after a player if you didn't know how to play the game. So I think it was a lifetime ban, and rest in peace. Yeah. It's time to go ahead and let him in now.
I think he shouldn't. I think he should have been in. I think it was back in 2000. He was about to go before the board. They was thinking about it, and they gave him all these stipulations. You got to admit this. You got to do this. You got to do all this. Listen, baseball writers and baseball management and baseball people who control the Hall of Fame, which is mainly writers, are very self-righteous people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
He should be in not for yes, he made a mistake. Don't let him in as a manager, but as a player. He broke all kind of records. The records he have will not be broken.
Will not.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have all the numbers right in front of me, but they ain't gonna be broken, bruh. They ain't gonna be broken like never. You know what I'm saying? So I think he should have been in, and definitely now since he has passed. But what sucks about that is that he has went on in life, and he will not enjoy the privilege of being in the Hall of Fame, having this bust made in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? I think they got his gloves in the Hall of Fame. They got everything but him. Got his back, like stupid stuff, like bro, like and then I think they've been like overall extra petty to dude. because, they get very self-righteous about the rules. Well, he broke the rules, like, okay, people break the rules all the time, man. Miss me with that. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean he a 3-time World Series champion. I mean he crazy 4,000 plus hits, 17-time All Star, and I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
looking at some of the stuff that he did. He what Pete Rose did for the game of baseball, he elevated it during his time, and
Right.
he did his thing. He again, if you're going to ban him, you shouldn't have banned his play. But
Right.
I will say this
Right.
also, because what he did on the field is what got him into the Hall of Fame. What he
Mm-hmm.
did as a manager is the mistake that got him fired. And I think they
Right.
should separate the
Right.
two, and they
Yes.
never did. But baseball
Yes.
has so many unspoken rules that it's
Yes.
ridiculous, bro.
Yes.
Like you hit a home run and you stare down the pitcher, it's disrespectful.
That's
If you
right.
hit a home run, it's like it's all these unwritten rules of baseball that,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, the self-righteous people, you want to know why? Because it doesn't matter if you're in shape or not, you can play baseball. And
Right.
so all of these people who had big league dreams and only made it to little league and didn't even play in high school, they're now
Mm-hmm.
writers and reporters, and they're the gatekeepers, if you will, to
They
get them
are.
through.
They
You
are.
know, they're the gatekeepers to get them through, man.
All right, man. Last subject, right quick, man. Before I even put it up there, Derrick Rose retired last week. Call it a career. Last week, illustrious career. He was the youngest MVP ever. He was the
Yeah.
MVP at 22 years old for the Chicago
Mhm.
Bulls. DR. I know D is very aware of who Derrick Rose is. Chicago native. Played for my college, the college I loved growing up in Memphis in college. But he was a great player, but his run was cut short because he had some bad knee injuries. And he's been a journeyman for a few years. He retires a Memphis Grizzly. I think he started out with the Bulls. He played for the Wolves. He played for the New York Knicks twice. You know what I'm saying? He kind of played for the Cavs at one point because I think he dropped 50 when he was with the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, although he had a short run, does his short run merit him being in the Hall of Fame? Because it's kind of like a Penny Hardaway type run. Penny Hardaway was great and looked like a player that was going to be destined to be for the Hall of Fame, but injuries took him out. Derrick actually played much longer. I think Derrick played like 13 years. You know what I'm saying? But he was not at that superstar crazy level that long. I mean, it was about 3-4 years he was at that level?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Number one pick in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie of the year, 2008, 2009, like you said, 22 years. Only was an all-star 3 times. My man only scored 12,000 points, 2K career boards, 3.5K assists. I don't. You got cats like Kevin Johnson, Sean Kemp, and Chauncey Billups who aren't in the Hall of Fame. And as great as he was, and then he had that scandal for a minute, kind of like around the same time with like Mike Vick did his scandal. He had his little scandal that went on. And it's not to bring up the negative off the court stuff, but on the court, I just don't see him being a Hall of Famer, bro. Because like you said, he was a journeyman at the end. Like his ACL injury and the meniscus injury derailed him because he was, man, go back and look at Derrick Rose's highlights in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
My man was a beast. He was John Morant before John Morant got here.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And he was a beast, but those injuries took him out.
Yeah, I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I think he would have been, but I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Injuries took him out, unfortunately, man. It's a sad thing. I it just wasn't long enough, man. It wasn't long enough. Let's say, I mean, he was at prime, first team All NBA
4 years,
level.
bro.
4 years?
4 years.
Only 4 years, right?
2008. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All-Stars were?
3.
3-time, nah, dog. 3-time All-Star, 1-time MVP. Now, here's something that's crazy, bro. There's no MVP that has ever existed that is not a Hall of Famer. He's going to be the first. I'm sorry, because that MVP year cannot account for, because most MVPs have much longer resumes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a one and done like him. He has much longer longevity, but he does it. And it's not his fault. It's just his body failed him, man. Body failed him. When he played for my team last year, 2 games max, bro. That's all we can give. He'll be nice, playing good. He out 2 weeks. He just couldn't hack it no more, man. His body failed him. So
yeah, he came in 2008. His last All-Star appearance was 2012. In between that time, Rookie of the Year, three-time All-Star, MVP. And we're going to say it again. Youngest MVP ever at 22 years old in NBA history. But, I mean, if you go back and look at that year, 2011, wasn't really a lot of things going on in 2011, and he was killing it. And it ain't like the Bulls was overly good. You know, they made the playoffs, but I think they lost the second round that year.
I think had a 60 win. I mean, they were good that year, you know, but
they were.
I mean,
I'm just talking about the league as a whole. We went through a couple of seasons where
he won MVP with LeBron in the league, which is rare. So
yeah, it's a young LeBron.
A young LeBron, right?
Young LeBron, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, all the players look up to him, man. You know, when you saw the retirement, look at all the comments and all the tweets when he retired. Like, players look up to him. He's just a lot of people grew up and seen him. You know what I'm saying? He was a beast. So, hey, to a great career to Derrick Rose, great career. Rest in peace to Pete Rose, and
Dikembe Mutombo.
Great career to Dikembe Mutombo, man, and so many other people passed. John Amos, I saw pass, my man from Good Times.
Yeah.
My man Mufasa, I can't remember his name. James Earl Jones, Dark Vader. Hey, all of them, man, rest in peace, man. And at least they live long lives, man. I hate when people die before their time. So at least James Earl Jones, he lived up into his 80s or 90s, I think.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people
did Pete Rose.
Lived a nice, fulfilling life, man. So, all right, man. With that being said, man, we're gonna get to one of our favorite parts of the show. The end. No, I'm kidding.
I thought we had a one word of the day I wasn't aware of. Yo, have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? Look, we said at the beginning, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification button. Very important that you hit these buttons for us so you know that when we go live, you'll know when we go live, and you can tune in and see what we got going. If you want to sow a seed, hit that Not the Same Podcast on the Cash App, # Not the Same Podcast, or go over to the notthesamepodcast.com/support on our website. The website has been updated, so the last 3 episodes of everything, we'll add the Bible study from last night, which if you didn't see the Bible study last night, go back and check it out.
Please
Tonight, if you didn't catch the beginning, go back and check it out. And tomorrow when we come back for our Faith and Music show, make sure you slide through and check it out.
Yeah. All right, man. Listen, tune in tomorrow night for our Music and Faith show, where we play the latest and greatest in CHH music and positive hip hop, clean positive hip hop, that is. As well, man, we come to talk about some very dope topics. Make sure you tune in at 6:00. Be there or be square. That sounds corny and old, but yeah, be there and be square, buddy. But nah, man. I'm C-Micah.
I'm Rob Redeem.
Peace, man. We out.
Christ lives in us, so we gave us the strength, so we gave us the power, so we